The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the remote river in the heart of the Yukon. Its gentle current whispered secrets through the towering pines that lined its banks. The air was thick with anticipation as a small group of intrepid fishermen set up camp, unaware of the terror that awaited them in the darkness. Among the group was Hank, a seasoned outdoorsman with a grizzled beard and eyes that held the wisdom of the wild. He had regaled them with countless tales of his adventures, but none had prepared them for what lay ahead. As the campfire crackled and the scent of freshly caught fish wafted through the air, unease settled over the group. Pete, the youngest of the bunch, nervously glanced around, his unease growing with each passing minute. "Hey, Hank, you ever hear stories about Bigfoot around these parts?" Pete asked, his voice trembling. Hank chuckled, his eyes gleaming with mischief. "Bigfoot? Ha! Just legends, kid. Don't let your imagination run wild." But deep down, even Hank couldn't deny the whispers that floated through the dense wilderness. Legends of a massive creature lurking in the shadows, said to be a guardian of the forest, a creature that demanded respect. As the night wore on, the group settled into their tents, their fishing gear strewn haphazardly outside. The river's gentle lullaby was soon marred by an eerie silence that settled over the campsite. The crackling fire diminished to a feeble glow, casting long, flickering shadows. Suddenly, a low rumble echoed through the trees, jolting the men from their sleep. The ground trembled beneath them, and their hearts raced in their chests. They peered out of their tents, their breaths catching in their throats. In the moonlit clearing, a hulking figure emerged, its massive frame silhouetted against the night sky. The creature stood taller than any man, its eyes gleaming with an otherworldly intensity. It was Bigfoot, the legends come to life. Fear gripped the fishermen, paralyzing them with terror. The creature's presence was suffocating, its every move causing the forest to shudder. It circled their camp, sniffing the air, as if tasting the fear that permeated the air. Hank, the seasoned outdoorsman, mustered his courage. "We need to stay calm, boys," he whispered, his voice tinged with a mix of fear and determination. "We can't let it sense our fear." But Bigfoot was relentless. It toyed with them, crushing their fishing gear, snapping branches with a strength that defied reason. Its primal growls reverberated through the night, drowning out the sounds of the forest. Days turned into nights, and the fishermen huddled together, desperate for salvation. Sleep eluded them, their minds haunted by the creature's piercing gaze. Hunger gnawed at their stomachs, but venturing into the forest meant exposing themselves to the dangers that lurked beyond the campsite. As the group's spirits waned, Hank's eyes flickered with a newfound determination. He devised a plan, a last-ditch effort to escape the clutches of the relentless Bigfoot. With makeshift weapons in hand, they would make a daring dash for the river, aiming to escape on their small fishing boat. Under the cover of darkness, they executed their plan. Each step was laden with the weight of uncertainty, their hearts pounding in their chests. The forest seemed to hold its breath, as if sensing the impending escape. But just as they reached the water's edge, the towering figure of Bigfoot emerged from the shadows, blocking their path. Its eyes burned with an ancient wisdom, as if to say, "You cannot escape me." In that moment, Hank's gaze met the creature's, and a silent understanding passed between them. Bigfoot's massive form melted back into the forest, disappearing as quickly as it had arrived. The fishermen, bewildered and shaken, exchanged glances before stumbling back to their campsite. With the threat gone, they packed their belongings and fled the haunted river, forever scarred by the encounter. The legend of the Yukon Bigfoot would forever be etched into their memories, a tale to be whispered around campfires for generations to come. And as the river flowed on, its secrets remained locked away, concealed within the depths of the wild, waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to venture into the unknown.